Farmer Bill says chances are you've been eating seed oils and polyunsaturated fats for years before reading this thread. And we want to do everything in our power to offset the oxidative stress and inflammation caused through years of seed oil consumption. Hello there, Adam Cardono for Elite Healer Sports Massage, and today we're going to be looking at an article off of X.com, one of those interesting health articles. And today, the topic that we're going to be talking about is looking at seed oils and the negative effects of seed oils, because that's actually super important, but I'm not going to get too much into it because we're going to go right into the article, and then once we're in the article, we'll talk about it together. So let me click on it. So now, here we are. One of the big things to know is this is coming from Farmer Bill's on X. So if you want, follow Farmer Bill. It seems Farmer Bill talks about regenerative bison, beef, and Bitcoin is accepted. Smart person here. And he says, try the Wagyu of jerky, Twitter 15 for 15% off. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that after I'm done. I missed that the first time I was looking at this article. And one of the first things that they talk about, because I say seed oil is bad, and you've probably seen it so much that it's actually memed, the whole seed oil bad thing.
I wish everyone would just shut up about seed oils.
But let's talk about why seed oil is bad.
Okay, there we go.
And how we can detox from it. First thing, in this very interesting thread by Farmer Bill, is he talks about how seed oils stay in your body for up to 680 days. So that's around 2 years when you eat seed oils that they're going to stick around in your body. And honestly, you've probably seen it from a lot of other people. But one of the things that we really agree upon is that seed oil, before it was massively adapted, it was used only as engine lubricant, and they actually have to bleach it to get it to not smell so bad. Otherwise, we wouldn't want it. Clear bottles are no good because it's going to oxidize your oils. You always have to have the darker bottles. But that's a little bit about that. And Farmer Bill wants to talk to us about here's how to quicken the detoxification process and protect yourself from the damage of engine lubricant in our food. Now, he says it there about the engine lubricant, but I've known this for a while, and that's why I wanted to share it with you, because I want you to be taking in the best quality fats for your body, so that way it doesn't affect your health, because we're going to learn how much it actually affects your health in this one. So, Farmer Bill goes on in that thread saying, seed oils are a toxic sludge, not designed for human consumption. They're unstable fatty acids that increase inflammation and produce free radicals within the body. But I'm sure you already knew that. But did you know seed oils have a half-life of 2 years? This is really a term that they've used in nuclear radiation, so that's one thing. But yeah, the unstable fatty acids, and they increase inflammation and produce free radicals in the body. Increasing inflammation, there's a lot of negative effects from inflammation. Sure, if you get hurt, some inflammation come around the injury, and that's more of a protective function. But when you have system-wide inflammation going on in your organs and your guts, that's going to create a whole bunch of health issues. So 2 years it stays in your system, right? So, yep, 680 days until they're fully out of your body, which technically is a little short of 2 years. So let's say a year and 3/4. That's a long time. Don't want to wait that long? Here's some ways you can detoxify yourself from seed oils and speed up this long process. So, do we want to really learn how to get rid of this in our bodies? Yes, especially if you change your diet and you're removing seed oils from it. Do you want to wait the year and 3/4 to actually have it out of your system so you can start living a healthier life? Or do you want to expedite it with some healthy ways to take care of it? Well, let's see what Farmer Bill has to say, because he definitely has the knowledge in this situation. So, I'm assuming that if you're continuing on, you want to see it. So if you're excited for this, make sure you like it. All right. So number one thing, this should be obvious, really. But the number one thing, detoxify from seed oils, is to stop consuming them. It should be easy, right? That's the initial step you have to take. So that's step one. No other information on this thread will be use of you if you continue to regularly consume seed oils. Switch to 100% saturated fat to expedite the process. Now, I know in the past they've said that saturated fat is a bad thing, but as anything with science, you can learn new findings and then you can adapt to those new findings. But if you don't adapt to those new findings, that's when something's wrong. So sure, maybe having polyunsaturated fats was good back in the 1980s or the 1990s, but science has shown how bad these seed oils are and that we should have saturated fats, which are what? Animal fats. I hate to break it down to you, vegans, but anyway, let's continue on. You should replace seed oils with fats such as butter, ghee, tallow, coconut oil, and something, I'm not sure if it's a misspelling on this document, but it says EVOO. Evil! Not evil, but evil. Also, be diligent when shopping, as seed oils are hidden in a lot of foods. Check your ingredients labels before buying. Even some EVVOs can contain sneaky canola oil. Okay, I gotta look up what this EVVOs thing is before we go on. What is EVVO? Evo oil. Oh, extra virgin olive oil. Oh my god. Why could I just write it at least once? So that way we can associate it. So it's extra virgin olive oil. So even extra virgin olive oils can contain sneaky canola oil. Now look at this picture right here. The Mediterranean canola oil, extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin, right? First off, the one thing that's wrong with this bottle is it's oxidizing because it's in a clear bottle. You need to have a dark bottle so light does not spoil your oil. Don't spoil your oil, folks. So look at this Mediterranean canola, extra virgin olive oil. If you go down, oh, it's so tiny, Mediterranean canola and extra virgin olive oil, but it's a different font, so your eyes would miss it. You see how tricky that is? That's ridiculous. All right, so then you go down, and it says, past the ingredients list, it says, may contain extra virgin olive oil from Italy, Spain, Argentina, or Tunisia, coming from 4 different countries. Now, that's another issue, because it's hard to control stuff that comes from multiple sources. And then we go a little bit past that, and it says the ingredients are canola oil and up to 25% extra virgin olive oil. So it's 75% canola oil. You see, this is why it's important to read labels, because look, what stands out to you? The easy to read font of extra virgin olive oil, but the fancy font, the script, is Mediterranean canola and it's a smaller font. So if you're just quickly scanning, your eyes will miss it and then you get tricked into eating seed oils, like 3/4 seed oils when you think you're buying pure olive oil. I wonder how many times they got me with that. Jeez. All right, so let's scroll down. Now, Farmer Bill talks about coconut oil as an alternative. Farmer Bill says coconut oil is a saturated fat that increases your metabolism and helps to displace excess PUFA, polyunsaturated fat, aka seed oils, that may be stored in your body's fat. 1 to 2 spoonfuls a day, especially if traveling and eating out with the possibility of being exposed to seed oils. So it increases metabolism and displaces the seed oils. So you want to start with some displacement, basically replacing it with something else. So coconut oil seems to be a good one to displace that seed oil that's building up in your body. Oh, so now Farmer Bill is going to give us a bit of a history lesson. In 1946, pigs were fed a diet fortified with coconut oil as a way to fatten them up. Ironically, this made the pigs lean and more energized. After this, they added vegetable oil to feed the pigs, and the pigs became fat and lazy. Now imagine what it's doing to you. And if the vegetable oils are making the pigs fat and lazy, think about how you feel after those fast food meals of those tasty French fries that are unfortunately cooked in vegetable oil. That's doing you in. That's giving you that crash afterwards, about 30 minutes afterwards. That's why you want to sleep. Those seed oils, they're really doing it to you. Now, what else can help you? Farmer Bill says vitamin E. Vitamin E is one of the 4 essential fat-soluble vitamins, and it's a potent antioxidant. So that's important. Vitamin E, it protects our cells from the free radical damage created by the oxidation of the polyunsaturated fats, aka seed oils. Seed oil consumption actually depletes vitamin E in the body. Wow. I did not know that about seed oils. That's why some of these educational threads are really helpful to read through. So what I'm going to do is I have a vitamin E that I like. I'm going to leave a link in the description in case you don't have one and you really want to take it seriously. Anything that's recommended, if it's not provided a link in this video, I'm going to find a good one for you, a good source. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video for you. That way we're doing good by you. Farmer Bill says, ironically, seeds and nuts are high in vitamin E because it balances the effects of the polyunsaturated fats in the body. But industrial seed oils have all the PUFA in it with little to no vitamin E. And this is why it's such a problem. And that's actually one of the things that actually happens when you're processing any type of food. The stuff that would be healthy, that would be in it, it can get lost through this processing. It's why it's better to have your natural sources. Have your fruits, have your meats, just pure natural sources. Don't go for the processing. Because I should do another video where we talk about the difference between like a burger and a veggie burger, or a sausage and a veggie sausage, and then look at what's good and what's bad about them and go into greater details. Because I've seen stuff like that before, and it really opens up your eyes. Because, like, even the fake meat, it has tons of seed oils in it. And it's like, but then earlier, Farmer Bill was talking about saturated fats. So if you eat the fake meat, you get the seed oils. If you eat the real meat, you get the saturated fat, which is what your body needs. Which we were eating like that long before we were farmers, because we were hunter-gatherers for many, 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 many years before we actually became farmers and had agriculture. So let's see what else Farmer Bill has to say. Other food sources of vitamin E, they include red palm oil, wheat germ oil, sunflower seeds, and pumpkins. Well, I guess I'll be eating more pumpkins because I'm familiar with that. The other two I'm not. The other three I'm not. But getting a supplement wouldn't be a bad idea, since we're trying to minimize the amount of polyunsaturated fats we're exposing to ourselves as we detox. So, supplements. So take the vitamin E and then supplement with healthy food. I understand what Farmer Bill says, but I think you're supposed to have the healthy food first and then the supplements. Because it's even in the word, you supplement whatever good you're actually doing. So, and yeah, take your vitamin E, but have the natural foods that are high in vitamin E. It makes total sense, especially since that helps balance out those seed oils. All right. Oh, so the next thing to get rid of the seed oils is to sauna. Farmer Bill says it's Twitter's favorite detox tool. Hitting the sauna for 20 minutes 3 times per week, it has health benefits, and Farmer Bill mentions that these health benefits are reduced cardiovascular death by 50%, reduced coronary events by 48%, reduced sudden cardiac death by 63%, and then reduced all-cause mortality by 40%. So it prevents you from having heart attacks and dying by almost 50% on average. That's a good addition. That's making some difference. So, yeah, I mean, if you can't take 20 minutes, because that could seem like a tall order, start with 2.5 and build it up by 2.5, and you'll get there. You'll get there over the course of a few visits. So, Farmer Bill, he also says, and this is an obvious one, that sweat is one of our major detoxifier tools. Hitting the sauna won't just help you get the seed oils out of your system, but also microplastics, heavy metals, and other toxins. Get the seed oils out of your stored fat. Losing weight plus sweating is an essential tool. Well, that also just gives more proof that you should be hitting the gym a few times a week, at least 3 times a week if you're a beginner, but 4 to 5 times if you're well into the game. Next, Farmer Bill says that antioxidant-rich foods actually help get rid of the seed oils in your body. And it looks like he has a nice picture of blueberries there, but let's see what he has to say. To counterbalance the free radical generation, consume foods high in antioxidants. This is foods such as extra virgin olive oil, or EVO, as he's written before, blueberries, green tea, vitamin C rich fruits, raw carrots, and shellfish. These will aid you in protecting you from the harm done by seed oils. So make sure that you're eating these things and taking them in, because if you're watching this video, I know you're serious about getting rid of those seed oils out of your body, because seed oil is bad, and that's what it is. So eating those foods, extra virgin olive oil, blueberries, green tea, vitamin C rich fruits, raw carrots, and shellfish are all going to help out. So grounding. Farmer Bill talks about grounding. Now this is a great one. Grounding, I highly recommend for anybody. This is the process of like making your feet make a connection with the earth. They do have grounding mats. I actually have one I just started using because it's the dead of winter as I'm recording this, and I don't necessarily want to walk on the grass in the dead of winter barefoot. So I do have a mat, and it does help me out with the grounding. Now, for a lot of you who are new to this, let's talk about what grounding is. When we touch grass, aka grounding, we absorb negative electrons through our feet and skin, which serve as antioxidants when inside our bodies, fighting inflammation and oxidative stress. 10 to 20 minutes a day, daily minimum, to fight off all chronic inflammation. One of the things I think is that I'm going to make a video that's well organized, and we're going to go into grounding, but I'm going to also share my grounding mat with you, and a link in the description. So if you want it, just pick it up. I got it off of Amazon, so it'll be an Amazon link, and it'll be real easy for you to get a grounding mat, right? conductive body absorbs free electrons from the earth. Once inside the body, these free electrons act like antioxidants, which provides many health benefits. Okay, so yeah, that is it. He really, in my opinion, didn't do enough information on grounding. So yeah, I'm totally making a video on that. Anyway, so Farmer Bill, quick notes. The purpose of loading up on antioxidants, both through foods and through grounding, is not to displace and detox from PUFAs. That won't help with that. What they will help with is protecting yourself, counteracting the negative side effects of excess polyunsaturated fats. Wow. Okay, so detox and then protect yourself, arm yourself up so in case when you're going out on a casual restaurant or something, you can better fight it off, right? Now, I see this next part and I'm already agreeing, but let's read it. Farmer Bill says, chances are you've been eating seed oils and polyunsaturated fats for years before reading this thread. And we want to do everything in our power to offset the oxidative stress and inflammation caused through years of seed oil consumption. This is where grounding and antioxidants come in. All of these oils will help you with the seed oils, coconut oil, vitamin E, sauna, antioxidant maxing, and grounding. What's with this thing? You know, doing something all out. Everyone's like calling it maxing these days, but I don't want to get on a tangent. Be aware of the fact that they do stay in your body for a while, even with all these tools to speed up the process. So keep their consumption to a minimum. I know living in New York, it's already a problem for me, and this is why I have to make most of my meals at home, and I really can't go out. And then when my friends drag me to go out, if I eat, I know I had a little bit of seed oil, so I try to keep it to a minimum because I don't want to look like a weird guy. But I probably still do look like a little bit of a weird guy, but we got to take care of our health. And then one of the other reasons I'm making this video is so we can create some understanding. So whether it's me or whether it's you, we can share a video like this with our friends and not look so weird, just really look like what we are, which is really committed to our health and even modifying little things in the diet. Because if you're doing proper recovery, taking care of yourself, and you're modifying your diet so you can maximize, this is just maxing yourself, if we're going to go with the maxing trend, right? Now, Farmer Bill, at the end of his thread, says, did we miss anything? If so, feel free to comment any tools or tactics which may help with the detoxification of seed oils. Feel free and follow Farmer Bill and retweet the first tweet. God bless. So this was a helpful one with Farmer Bill. So if you haven't done so by now, make sure you like that video. And if you want to learn a little bit more about good diet and exercise, I want you to click over here because we'll go into that video and we're going to really get into diet some more.